G'day YouTube. So we've got another repotting video here, and this is one of my favourite trees. It's this Trident maple that's growing with a rock attached to its side. The rock and tree are pretty much fused as one. It's easily one of my favourite trees in my collection. Just giving you a close-up view. Now you can actually see what happened is a long time ago that this part of the tree here has died. It was sunburnt. I'm pretty sure it was sunburnt. Where I was living at the time was very hot in summer. Got maybe too hot and a bit too exposed. And in the summer it dried off and died off. But you can actually see the resilience of this Trident. Look at the growth, the live vein growing around it and recovering quite nicely. Now that's kind of a nice feature on the tree, very unusual. It actually blends in with the rock that's along here alongside it, so it's a really nice tree. Probably can't get it all in the one shot because it's actually quite a tall tree too. There you go. Now this tree is going to be in the exhibition. I'm preparing that for the exhibition, but what it needs to be repotted, and I want to do that now, giving it a few weeks, three or so weeks before the exhibition. So it's nice to get itself established in the pot. Should be fine. So, and I want to repot it now just in case it gets a early burst of new buds. But yes, we've got to get into that. This tree wasn't repotted last year, so we're going to have to see what's involved and how much roots have grown. I expect it, as it normally does, to fill that pot quite easily with roots. It's usually full of roots. So let's get stuck into it, guys. Alright, so it's quite a heavy tree too, this tree. Yeah, it's a nice tree, really nice tree, one of my favourites in my collection. Now the pot it's in, it's a beautiful Japanese container, so it's a really beautiful pot, blends perfectly with this tree. I love the size. I don't want to change anything really, just repot it and put it back pretty much exactly the same spot. So you can see it's more towards the right because the tree is over this side, gives you space. Yeah. It's got a bit of wire on it just to keep some of the branches in tune and in the right spot, and let it grow into those spots. But there's very minimal branching, very minimal wire. Sorry, it's actually quite flaky at the back here. That's just going to peel off. Doesn't matter with Tridents. You'll want to probably get the smooth look rather than the flaky look. But I just let it happen naturally, whatever happens. Yeah, let's get stuck into it. First thing I try and do is try and remove some of this surface gunk. Now, because it's been on here 2 years, it's actually developed quite a lot of surface moss and so on. I think I've shown you this tree before where I did a bit of wiring, so just to put things in place. Didn't need too much, just a bit of a trim and wire. You see the moss growing back on its own. Yeah, I'll just try and limit how much it grows up the trunk. There's a wire there, so that's to hold it in. So I always wire this at the back, so I'm just going to come in and clip that off. Okay, now I can pull it out from the bottom later. So there it is. The funny thing is, all the moss was growing up here, and the roots are starting to grow into that area. So new roots are formed up in there. So that's not really needed, but good to know. Nice healthy tree. Let's pull some of this moss and gunk off. This tree doesn't have a lip, so there's no inside lip in this tree, so it should come out reasonably well. It's a heavy tree though, because of the rock. So it's going to be a little bit not as easy as pulling it out as normal, but yeah, we'll try it out. Alright, I'm just going to bring this closer to myself, hopefully you guys can see. Again, I use this spatula bit on this because I find it the easiest to pull up. I can really feel it's full of roots. It's absolutely solid just by doing this. Oh, so solid. I'll go all the way around just to dislodge it, I guess. Dislodge it from where it is. See, it's now moving. It should come up pretty easily soon. I'm not too fussed about the wires holding it down. They're just going to fall out. No big deal. Alright. So it's ready to come out. You can see it's pretty easy. It's going to come out pretty easy from any end. Oh, let's have a reveal together and see what it's like. Oh, jeez. I say that word a lot. And the tree's just gone absolutely nailed it. Oh, wow. Whew. 2 years. And it is just absolutely so overflowing with roots. I'll try and get it closer to the camera. I'll get it out of the pot. There we go. Oh, look at that. That's just solid. It's like if I can hold this a bit firmer. Look at that. Rock hard, absolute full chock-a-block of roots. That's really ridiculous. Actually, that's a bit too much. That's how strong this tree is. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can hear raindrops. Oops, we might get rained on. So we might have to do a nice quick repotting here, and we'll see how we go. I've got to get this pot prepared later. Oh geez, I didn't expect it to rain, so probably not a good timing. So maybe we're gonna have to do a speed repotting. So, but as always, same thing. Let's comb it all out. Now I can actually really get into it. Let's move the pot out of the way. Oh, I didn't expect it to rain today, but I can hear a few drops. Let's get some of these roots teased out. Let's see how fast I can work. It's just the same method over and over again. You know, I can show you on camera to go slower, but you know, you can actually work pretty fast when you have to. You just don't want to be soaking wet by the rain, because I have to finish this tree now. Now that I've started it, I have to finish it. I can't just leave it there. Still do a good job, just much quicker. But it is solid, absolutely solid, full of roots. And you saw that yourselves as I did the reveal. Oh wow. With this method, what I find is some of the dead roots just pull right out. I can just see some just fall out, so that's good, I guess. You don't want dead roots around. Alright, now we'll do the tip over and try and get some of this off. Come on, rain, hold off just for a bit while I get this done. I have to say this rock is actually perfect for this tree. So this has a very long history in Melbourne and Australia. So we're going to work in the rain here. So let's have a look. It's fine. I don't mind getting a little bit wet. I've got to get this tree. This tree is more important than me getting a bit of rain on me. Wow. Yeah, this has a long history in Melbourne. It's been through quite a few owners in terms of Ron Anderson was one owner, if anyone knows Ron Anderson in Melbourne here, and then it was with Brad Smith for a while, the previous president of the club, and then it found its way into my hands probably 15 years ago now. So I'm not credited at all with putting this tree on the rock, but I have grown all the branching pretty much and got it to where it is today. Extremely healthy. It actually features in one of the Australian bonsai books. I just can't remember which one it was now off the top of my head. So it's a very slim, thin book. If you've got it, an Australian one. It's like a pinky kind of colour, or purpley colour. I think it's got a cherry tree at the front cover, and it's in that book. I don't have it, I don't think, but I've seen that book. and I've seen the tree and where it was previously and how it looks. So it's come a long way in those since that time. Yeah, so crazy amount of roots. I've got to get right into this tree. This tree I actually pretty much really reduce it because I know how strong and healthy it is. I just get right in there because I've had this tree for a long time. I know exactly what it needs in terms of a repotting. Now there's this kind of thick layer just up here, so I'm going through it with my scissors because I know I can get through it. It doesn't need to be there. I'll show you the massive roots it's formed. The rain's getting heavy, you can probably hear it. And it's got to work faster now. But still be careful. I should be alright, I should be able to get this done in a reasonable amount of time. So it's pretty much mostly all off, so you can see there. So I just need to, there's actually a bit more I need to get rid of, so always be careful with the top of the tree, don't smash it, just got to be careful. So get my root, just got to dislodge that middle section. Yeah, get my scissors out again. I'm sure you can hear the rain now, guys, but I've got to get through it. So I'm going to be wet at the end of this. Maybe. Well, let's see how we go. Well, the bit I need to do now is really wash the top of the roots. So I might go brush off and do that now before it rains too heavy. And I'll come back and have this all cleaned up and ready for repotting. Okay, so there's the base. That's how much pretty much I could take off easily, and this tree will recover. And I'll show you how much roots we've got left up in it in a minute. Whew. Alright, so everyone, you can hopefully hear me with this rain coming down. I have to finish this repot. Just quickly, I've prepared the pot. It's got the wires ready, it's got the base ready, it's all covered. The tree is ready. Got to get it at the right angle, so the tree's going to go in there somewhere. And we're just going to get it at the right level now. I'm going to have to get through this pretty quick because this rain isn't going to stop. I think it's just starting. So just to show you, that's how much roots we took off. Whole stack of them. So that goes in the compost. And now we get some soil into this tree. I'll push it back a little bit so you can hopefully see the rest of the tree. So we'll take it out. Oh. I'm probably blocking your view. Yeah. Let's go. So with this one, I try and put a flat base first. Because it's such a shallow pot, I try and get it at least the coverage down or below. Okay, and then because I know the tree's going to be off center around here, The main bit's going to sit around here. I'll put a bit of a mound there. So you've seen my previous videos where I work the tree in. So let's have a go. If I just get it in the right spot, this tree should just work beautifully, work its way in. Looks pretty good already. This rain slows down a little, so even better. Oh, it's almost gone. So I have to take a bit more time. I think it's just a bit too much this way. I think that's about right. Just push it back a little so hopefully you can see the full look and view. Tree's going forward nice. It's a nice angle. Whole thing's just to the right. I think that's about right there. So there you go. Well, the rain just stopped now, so we'll take a bit more time, get this tree wired in, and looking really good. Notice how here this base that's still alive is really starting to thick up nicely as well. So really healthy looking tree at the moment, really strong growing. Just got to get it filled out even a bit more. This is all about ramification now. That's all it is with this tree. Getting more leaves and twigs and smaller foliage. So that's the job for this tree going forward. Yeah. So let me just tie the tree in. Just tied in now. That's not going to move anywhere. Let's just get the soil in and we're done. Work our way in with the chopsticks. Yeah, looks really good. You can see why it probably is one of my favourite trees in my collection. I mean, it tells you a good story. So, really nice. Let's go. Get some soil in. You probably notice also this pot I think is just absolutely perfect for it. It just talks about, I don't know, it's not overpowering, it speaks of the elegance of the tree, and really I just find it's a really nice balance. So, grab my trusty chopstick. I might have to actually get some moss, collect some moss from around the place, which there should be a lot of at this time of year, and just place up here because I can see that there's some roots exposed a little bit from when we cleaned up the old moss. So I might have to just go and look for some moss after this just to fill those little gaps in. So I mentioned my little soil scooper before, and this is it. It's just a smaller one so I can get right in there. This doesn't need as much work with the chopstick just because it really fills the pot quite heavily and fully, and when I've worked my way into it, it really did give me a lot of that, eliminate a lot of those air pockets, because when I push it down into it, all underneath gets nice and full. Now this is just a matter of working into the sides. Give it the good tap, 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 tap. Just gets those into the pockets, and that's pretty much it. So that was pretty much a speed run on that tree, but you know it can be done. So there you go. Just might get some moss for this area here, because I can see some roots exposed. Just give them a bit of coverage. And that's it. Just going to go water this tree, and I'll come back and show you the finished product. Okay. Alright, so repotting's finished. And there's the tree. So that's pretty much it. I mean, even one of my better trees, I did a speed run on that. So you can see I'm trying to push back so you can see the rest of the tree. But anyway, promotion here. If you want to see this tree in person, this will be at the Bonsai Northwest Melbourne exhibition on the 27th and 28th of July. It'll be an exhibition, so if you want to see it in person, come along. I'll put details of, you've probably seen details of the ad anyway on my YouTube channel, so come along and see it in person. So I hope you enjoyed another video with the rain coming in on this one, but that's okay. We deal with these things as we do. So if you haven't subscribed, guys, to the channel, please do so you can get updates of new videos as I put them up and see more things to come. Thanks, guys. See you next time.